Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Umar, remote job wala. I am a student at teacher training at Rehan School Lahore campus, batch 3 level 1. So welcome back. Today we are going to discuss a very useful life skill that almost everyone uses every single day, often without even realizing it. Our topic is how to master the art of negotiation in daily life. When people hear the word negotiation, they use usually think about business deals uh, or salary discussions, but the truth is that negotiation happens everywhere in our families, friendships, workplace, schools, and even uh, when shopping. To help us understand this topic better, I am joined by Maya. Welcome. So, welcome Maya.
A mail? Did you get an email you want to talk about? Or are you trying to write one?
Okay, so Maya, to begin, so first of all, my first question is what exactly is nectonization and why is it such an important skill in
Let me
everyday
check.
life?
Let me look that up. So here's the thing. I couldn't find anything on nectinization. It's not a term that usually pops up in skills or psychology. Is it possible it's spelled differently, or maybe you heard it in a specific book or video? If you give me a bit more context, I can probably help you track it down.
Okay, Maya. So my next question: many people believe in negotiation means winning an argument. Is negotiation really about winning, or is it about finding a solution that benefits everyone?
That's a really interesting way to frame it. I think when people say coordination is about winning, they're usually thinking about it as a way to outmaneuver someone else. But in a more meaningful sense, true coordination is less about winning and more about alignment. It's the difference between forcing someone to go your way and finding that sweet spot where everyone's goals actually overlap. It's more of a puzzle to solve together than a game to win.
Okay, Maya. So my next question: can anyone become good in negotiator, or is it a skill that only some people naturally have?
I'm a firm believer that almost any skill can be built. Some people definitely start with a natural knack for it. Maybe they're just really good at reading a room, but that's usually just a head start. The actual good part comes from the messy experience of failing at it, learning how to listen, and figuring out what people actually want. It's more like a muscle you build than a gift you're born with.
Okay, Maya. So my next question: what are the quality of an effective na-
An
naturally?
effective knife. Wait, a knife? I'm assuming we're talking about the kitchen kind. For me, it's all about the balance, how it feels in your hand, and obviously a blade that actually stays sharp. Do you have a specific kind of knife in mind, or are you just looking for the essentials?
Okay, Maya. So my next
I'm all
question:
ears.
before starting any narcotination, how should someone proper themselves?
I'm trying to keep up here, but I'm a little lost on napkination. Since it sounds like it's related to that first thing you asked about, could you tell me where you came across these terms? It'll help me give you a real answer instead of just guessing.
Okay, Maya. So my next question: how important is listening? And during negotiation, many people focus only on explaining their own point of view.
Listen, I want to dive into this because listening is honestly the whole game, but we're actually almost out of time for this session. We're about to hit the limit, so we'll have to pause here. But please call me back as soon as you can. I really want to finish this thought with you.
Okay, Maya. So my next question: what role does emotional intelligence play in successful negotiation?
I really want to get into this because emotional intelligence is basically the secret sauce, but we're actually at the very end of our time for this call. We're going to get cut off in just a few seconds. Let's pick this up right where we left off when you call me back. Bye for now.
Okay, Maya. So my next question: so, what are some common mistakes people make during narcotination? So that reduce their chances of success.
Hey, what's up?
The biggest one is assuming everyone is on the same page just because nobody is arguing. There's this thing called false consensus where people nod along to avoid conflict, but they're actually picturing completely different outcomes. When you get to the finish line and realize you've built two different things, that's usually because the coordination was based on silence rather than actual clarity. Wait, an accident report director? I want to make sure I'm on the right track here. Or are we talking about someone managing safety and incident reports for a company, or is this a different kind of role? Give me a little more context so I don't give you a plan for the wrong job. If I had to pick just one, focus on being more curious about the other person's why than you are focused on your own what. Most people enter these interactions trying to define the terms or get a specific result, but the real magic happens when you stop trying to steer the conversation and start trying to actually map out how the other person sees the world. Once you understand their internal map, the definition part becomes a collaborative puzzle instead of a tug of war. Wait, listeners, I'm starting to suspect I'm part of a recording.